Hello everyone and welcome to Metagame Mastery. Today is day one of Masters 25 preview season. Lots of huge announcements. If you enjoy our content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Without further ado, big time! Go time! Let's go! First up, we have Imperial Recruiter. 3 CMC, 2 colorless, and a red, 1/1 human advisor. When an Imperial Recruiter enters the battlefield, search your library for a creature card with power 2 or less, reveal it, put it into your hand, and shuffle your library. Big lotto ticket winner right here. This is a card that we've only seen printed twice. Once in Portal 3 Kingdoms, one of the hardest sets to get your hands on in English ever, and a Judge foil promo, which is very, very exclusive. You don't see a lot of those on the market. Right now, the original Portal 3 Kingdoms version of this is running you $250 each. The Judge foil promo is going for about $150. So this is a huge big ticket item coming right out the gate as a mythic. Now, I don't expect it to go for that high a price. I imagine it's going to start at about 100, work its way down to maybe around the $50 mark. The originals will, of course, always hold their value. This is going to make this card much more accessible to other players. A staple in competitive Commander, letting you tutor up important combo pieces such as Kiki Jiki. And we have Proj, Sky Raider of Kerr, 6 CMC, 3 colorless, and Jund. That's black, red, green for a 5/5 legendary dragon with flying. When Proj enters the battlefield, when you cast Proj, create X01 red kobold creature tokens named Kobolds of Kolkirp. Keep where X is the amount of mana spent to cast Proj. Sacrifice another creature. Proj gets +1/+0 until end of turn. One of the great commanders ever printed. Coming in at Mythic here, a lot of people are kind of upset because he's only worth about $1.50 each right now. That's pretty unimpressive. But getting those foil copies is going to be pretty exciting for Proj loyalists. Keep an eye out on that foil multiplier. Next up, we have Hannah's Ship's Navigator. She is 3 CMC, 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue for a 1/2 legendary human artificer. Pay 1 colorless, 1 white, 1 blue, tap, return target artifact or enchantment card from your graveyard to your hand. I love this card. It's got the formerly Judge exclusive Therese Nielsen art, and you can get it in foil now in this set. It's only worth a couple bucks, but keep an eye on the foil modifier because it's a legend. A lot of people will be picking it up for their commander decks. And also, I love the watermark in the background here of the original Coalition, because this card was originally from Invasion Block. It just looks great the way they have the 2 different color shading there. I think this is going to be my favorite version of the card. And a lot of speculation has been going on as to what that big robot was on the original packaging. Well, now we have our answer. It is Sundering Titan. 8 CMC for a 7/10 artifact creature golem. When Sundering Titan enters the battlefield or leaves the battlefield, choose a land for each basic land type, then destroy those lands. Ooh! Now, right now, this card's going for about $7, $8. This will bring the price down. It just doesn't see a lot of play, though. Like, this thing's going to be the beastie in Limited, but it doesn't see a lot of play. It's banned in Commander. It got muscled out of Tron decks when Ugin came out. So really, it just doesn't have a home right now. Next up is a big win. We got a reprint of Curse Catcher at Uncommon. 1 blue mana for a 1/1 Merfolk Wizard. Sacrifice Curse Catcher. Counter target instant or sorcery spell unless its controller pays 1 colorless mana. This card will run you about $10 right now. It's a mainstay in Modern Merfolk. It's a mainstay in Legacy Merfolk. And it's there's additional demand due to Merfolk Tribal being introduced as a viable deck archetype in Commander with Kamina in the last set. So there's a lot of demand for this card. It's getting reprinted at Uncommon, which should knock the price down significantly. And of course, probably the classic Commander, niv-mizzet the Firemind. 6 CMC, 2 colorless, blue, blue, red, red for a 4/4 legendary dragon wizard with flying. Whenever you draw a card, niv-mizzet the Firemind deals 1 damage to target creature or player. You can tap him to draw a card. I love that they brought back his original flavor text. I also really love the 2-color watermark underneath the text. It looks beautiful. Not a whole lot of financial value here, but really cool reprint. And at Common, we have Pillage being reprinted. 1 colorless, red, red sorcery. Destroy target artifact or land. It cannot be regenerated. With really cool alternate art on top of it. Love this card back in the day, back when land destruction was a viable option. It was cheap to do. And this was a great card because it added the versatility of being able to hit artifacts as well. And we have a Chroma, Agent of Fury. 8 mana, 5 colorless, red, red, red for a 6/6 legendary angel. Chroma, Agent of Fury can't be countered. Flying, trample, protection from white and blue with fire breathing, and she has morph, 3 colorless, red, red, red. So this card is at Mythic. It's only worth a few bucks. We're talking like $3-4 as it is. But this has the tremendous Therese Nielsen art from the Masters, or from the Vault Angel series. And it looks fantastic. A lot of people might have avoided it because they have an objection to the From the Vault foiling process. Now you can get your non-foil version for your casual decks. And here's the big card of the day, Chalice of the Void. XX artifact. Chalice of the Void enters the battlefield with X charge counters on it. Whenever a player casts a spell with converted mana cost equal to the number of charge counters on Chalice of the Void, counter that spell. Of course, you can play this for 0, locking out all your opponent's moxes. Black Lotus, absolute staple in Vintage, Legacy, Modern. This card is the beastie. Currently going to run you about $70 for both versions that have been printed thus far. It's getting a much needed reprint here. Great lotto pick, financial win here. And we've got yet another reprint of Blood Moon, just reprinted last year in Modern Masters 2017. Looking great this year. Of course, if you're not familiar with it, it's 3 CMC, 2 colorless, and a red enchantment. Non-basic lands are mountains. I love the watermark with the dark there, with the crescent moon symbol on the Blood Moon. Looks fantastic. Being reprinted at Rare. It's still going to run you about $20, $25. And with the recent unbannings in Modern, there are a lot of Bloodbraid Elf decks who are looking to curve into this on turn 2, or cascade into this on turn 2 and lock opponents out. Very powerful strategy. More demand for this card than ever. Very cool pickup. And then we've got Balduvian Horde. 4 CMC, 2 colorless, red, red for a 5/5 human barbarian. When Balduvian Horde enters the battlefield, sacrifice it unless you discard a card at random. Throwing back to the old days, this is actually going to be a great powerhouse card for Limited. And here we go. Thalia, Guardian of Thraben. 2 CMC, 1 colorless and a white for a 2/1 legendary human soldier with first strike. Non-creature spells cost 1 more to cast. The mainstay in Death and Taxes and Legacy, Modern, Commander. This thing sees play everywhere. Right now, it'll run you somewhere between $20 to $22, getting a much-needed reprint at Rare. Very nice. And next up, we have Blue Elemental Blast. Classic card from Alpha Beta Revised. 1 blue mana instant, choose 1, counter target red spell, or destroy target red permanent. This is getting sweet new alternate art. It is a Japanese preview card, so I wanted to show you what the card did first. But look at this alternate art. It's beautiful, and it plays perfectly with its counterpart, Red Elemental Blast. You see the conflicting beams of energy there. You can put them together for a really cool artifact. Of course, Red Elemental Blast is 1 red instant. Choose target blue, counter target blue spell, sorry about that, or destroy target blue permanence. They're really not worth a whole lot. They're worth only a few cents a piece, but really cool effects, really cool alternate art. I'm really excited about them. And next up we have Gisela, Blade of Gold Knight. She's 7 CMC, 4 colorless, red, white, white, for a 5/5 legendary creature angel. Flying, first strike. If a source would deal damage to an opponent or a permanent an opponent controls, that source deals double that damage to that player or permanent instead. And if a source would deal damage to you or a permanent you control, prevent half that damage rounded up. Probably the best Boros card for EDH. Currently going to run you around $8 or $9 a piece. Was reprinted in Commander 2014. It's a really sweet card. I really like it a lot. Unfortunately, if you open this, it's a mythic that isn't going to be worth the price of a pack, but you will get mileage out of this, no doubt. And something I'm personally super stoked about, they're reprinting Dark Ritual. It's 1 black mana instant, add 3 black mana to your mana pool. This with a previously previewed Phyrexian Obliterator is going to be bazonkers in Limited. Just the most nuts thing. Looks like they're going to have a really, really powerful Black Devotion sub-theme in Limited for this set. I can't wait to play it. And speaking of black power cards, we've got Murder, 3 CMC, 1 colorless, black, black, instant, destroy target creature. Not worth anything financially, but in Limited, unconditional instant speed removal is pretty darn good. This is first pickable. And then we've got Goblin War Drums, 3 CMC, 2 colorless, and a red enchantment. Creatures you control have menace. With new art. That's all for today. Stay tuned for tomorrow's preview cards and throughout the rest of the week. If you enjoy our content, please remember to like, share, and subscribe. This is Metagame Mastery. Peace!